Right, good afternoon and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. Now, after living in Thailand for 9.5 years, I started thinking to myself, what would I do different if I went back in time and started again in Thailand? Well, I can't, but there's a lot of you guys that want to go and live or retire in Thailand. So I've come up with 10 suggestions on how you can make your life better if you decide to go and move to Thailand. So let's begin. So let's go with the first obvious one that you can think of that I might say to all of you. Stay single, or at least don't rush into relationships. Thailand is not the place to go all in emotionally after 2 weeks because someone smiled at you. Take your time, understand the culture, and protect your finances. Most guys don't get burned because they're unlucky. They get burned because they move too fast and ignore obvious signs. Now guys, let's have it right. After all the stories that I've shared on the channel, it's quite easily for you guys to see that the reasons why guys are unhappy in Thailand or feel bitter about it is because of a relationship that they've got themselves into. And for a lot of the guys, they are to blame, but not always, but mostly. They get involved with a woman really quickly. She love bombs the hell out of them. Their heads spin. The next minute, they're selling their house from back home and they're investing that money into a new house that they can't even blooming own. So basically, they've gifted a woman that they've hardly known for 2 minutes a brand new shiny house. And then it all goes to And what do you expect? Now guys, on my channel, I've always stated to you lot, stay single and stay happy over in Thailand, as it's only a woman that's going to ruin you. And most relationships, let's have it right, they're financially based. Most of the happy couples nowadays in Thailand, they are happy because the guy is paying them a decent monthly salary and he's buying them gifts all the time, and he's built a bloody big house in Isan, bought her a car and a motorbike, helped her family out, and basically just thrown money all over the place. And as long as you can keep throwing money all over the place, you can keep that relationship. But for most of us, we can't do that. And most of us don't want to do that because it's bonkers, but guys still do it. So if you get involved in a relationship, more than likely, you're going to be doomed. But if you stay single, you will always stay happy in Thailand, and it's a great bachelor lifestyle. Right, number 2, we just touched base on this one, but never buy property, always rent. You don't know the country well enough. The laws are not in your favour, and your situation can change very fast. Renting keeps you flexible, and buying locks you into decisions you might regret when reality finally kicks in. Right, again guys, if you're buying a house, you can't own it, and essentially you're buying it for your new girlfriend or your brand new Thai wife that's half your age. And if you don't think she's going to pull that house from under you, then you need a bit of a psych evaluation test done on your brain. It happens a hell of a lot. So yeah, don't be buying houses. Now, a lot of guys will be interested in buying a condo. They can buy a nice condo in Jomtien, Pattaya, Hua Hin, in Bangkok, or maybe somewhere in the rural countryside. But again, when you do this, if you're not absolutely loaded, you're kind of locked into that place forever. Yeah, to a degree. It's easy to buy, but it's harder to sell. And places do depreciate. So please bear that in mind. For me, if I could rewind back time, I would only rent because rent is extremely cheap and it gives you flexibility. I don't like to rent a condo. I feel like I'm living in a prison. It's too small. I need a garden, and a balcony just doesn't do it for me. But you might be different. For me, I need a back garden. I need a front garden. I want to sit outside. I want to lie down in a hammock. I want to be able to cook food outside, and I want to enjoy Thailand. It's pretty stupid if you're just cooped up in the house all day. So guys, my advice from living over there for 9.5 years is don't buy a house, because you'll regret it and you'll end up losing it. Some of you could be lucky, but the odds don't stack in your favor. And if you do buy a condo, you can be pretty trapped in that place that you've bought it in, and it can depreciate in value. And if you're renting, hey, you can go anywhere you like. Nowadays in Thailand, things have changed. It used to be 1 month rent, 1 month deposit, and you can move straight in. But now the rules have changed. It's 2 month rent, 1 month deposit in order to move into a property. And let's say you want to rent a house, a 2-bedroom house, a 3-bedroom house in a place like Buriram in Isan in the Thailand countryside. You can get a beautiful 3-bedroom house for 15,000 baht. But to move in, you're going to be paying 45,000 baht, which is well over £1,000. So please bear that in mind, because if you want that deposit back, you're going to have to wait. Make sure you're not causing any damage. And even then, yeah, you might not get your full deposit back. Come on, hey, it's Thailand. So guys, if you want to rent somewhere, rent cheap. But my advice would be to go around and explore different areas within Thailand and find a place that you really like and give it a go. But 1 month, 2 month, 3 months down the line, you might want to leave. And if you've not bought a property, you can do. Right, number 3, adapt to Thai food and culture, especially the food. If you can't handle Thai food, you're going to struggle socially. Eating local isn't just about saving money, it's part of fitting in. Plus, sitting there refusing spice while everyone else eats properly makes you look like a tourist who never evolved. So if you decide to live in Thailand, you're not always going to be around other foreigners. You might want to mix with Thai women, you might want to go on dates, you might want to mix around with a family, a friends, etc. And if you really do want to fit in, it'll really impress them and it'll make it socially better for you if you can eat spicy food. Now, it does take time. I personally couldn't eat spicy food when I moved over to Thailand, and it took me about 3 years to get used to it. Now I can eat any spicy somtam from anywhere in Thailand, and I won't be running for a glass of milk or a glass of water. So fit in, and also it will save you a hell of a lot of money on your pocket, because Thai food is extremely cheap. Right, number 4, choose your location wisely. Thailand isn't one lifestyle, it's multiple worlds. Bangkok for chaos and opportunity, Pattaya for nightlife and temptation, islands for relaxation, mountains for the quiet living. Pick the environment that matches your personality, otherwise you will end up miserable in a place that looked good on YouTube. Guys, location is everything. When I first moved to Thailand, I tried the island life. I lived on Koh Chang, but I got fed up in the high season. Way too many tourists. And I noticed that when the tourists arrived, the restaurants weren't serving decent food anymore. Yeah, the service started getting lackluster because they're extremely busy. In the low season, service was great and the food was exceptionally better. Now, if you like the hustle and bustle, then yeah, it could be for you. But if you don't and you want more of a normal life, then you may wish to change from the island life. Now, you could go to a place like Bangkok, very busy. I personally don't like it because it's heavily polluted. It's very expensive, but if you've got the money and you like the 5-star lifestyle and the amount of women that you can choose from. Put yourself on Tinder, put yourself on Thai Friendly, and you could have 2 or 3 dates easily every single day with women that look 8, 9 or 10 out of 10. But it's gonna cost you a fortune. So only the rich normally end up surviving in a place like Bangkok. Or you could choose a place like Pattaya with all the crazy nightlife, the crazy bar girls, and you've got the beaches. You've got Jomtien as well if you want it a bit more chilled, or you've got Hua Hin if you want it even more chilled. But there's places around Pattaya that can literally let you play around in Sin City, and if you've got no control, that city will eat you alive and spit you out. But if you've got a lot of self-control and you want to live the bachelor lifestyle and you're willing to pay for it, then Pattaya can be your playground. Now you could want the mountain life. Yeah, the hot springs, the big mountains, the beautiful lakes, the fresh air, and it's much cooler in the mountains in Thailand. Go to places like Pai, Mae Hong Son, or you could go to the other side up north to a place like Nong Khai. A very, very beautiful places, slower living, very scenic, very fresh, and it's a different way of life. And I personally find that the people are a hell of a lot nicer there also. But if you're not into living right up north, you could go over to Isan and live the rural lifestyle, and that has its own highs and lows. But if you're happy to live the quiet life, the simple life, the basic life, and want a nice country style woman, then get yourself over to Isan and keep yourself guarded. Because as most of you know, most of the women that you meet in the bars are from Isan. It is the Thailand countryside. It's a farming place and it's very vast, guys. So please do your research. Now, if I was you, I would travel around or spend the first 6 months traveling, trying the island life, trying out Bangkok, trying out places like Pattaya or Jomtien or Hua Hin, and then I'd head up north, check out places like Pai, Mae Hong Son, Nong Khai, see what you think. If you want to live in Isan, the biggest city, the most popular is Udon Thani, but then you've got places like Korat, Buriram, where I was living. There are different places that are a little bit different to each other, but there's more of a bar scene in Udon Thani, for example, so you may like it there and have the best of both worlds. But do your research, do plenty of digging on YouTube, but even better, travel around and go and see for yourself. Right, number 5. Build a social life around real interests, not just nightlife. If your entire social circle revolves around bars and short-term fun, that's exactly how your life will turn out. Find hobbies, gyms, communities, or business interests. Otherwise, you're just another guy killing time instead of building a life over in Thailand. Now guys, I'll be really honest, most of the guys that I've met with mental health issues, suffering from severe depression, are normally the guys that haven't got a clue what to do, and they end up in the bars, and they end up drinking alcohol every day and messing around with the bar girls, and then their life is just going to go further and further downhill. So it's really important to try and mix with the right type of people, and the only way you're going to mix with the right type of people if you're living long term is to stay out of the bars, go to the coffee shops, go to the restaurants, join clubs, join the golfing club, join the snooker club, join the gym, do Muay Thai. Try to find things that are outside the bar scene in order to make your life a hell of a lot better, because believe you and me, if you end up in those bars and messing around with those bar girls and you're living there in Thailand, there's only one way it's gonna go, and that is down. Right, number 6, understanding the visa game before you land. Because nothing screams well-planned life move like doing border runs every 30 days until immigration gets bored of your face. Learn the difference between tourist, education, retirement, elite visas. Thailand is not playing around anymore in regards to the visa situations. Guys, it's really important to do your research on the visas. Understand what visa you need to get, make sure that you can get it, find out how much it's going to cost, how much money you need in your bank account. And if you don't think you're eligible for a certain type of visa, then my best advice would be go and speak to someone that's been living in Thailand long term, and they will give you ideas on how you can get the visa that you want. Hey, it's Thailand. And for the guys that know what I'm talking about, I have to stay stum, but you don't need to, and you can put it down in the comments. Right guys, number 7. I see this happening a hell of a lot. Don't flash money like you've won the lottery. You might feel rich compared to your home country. You're not. You're just temporarily ahead in a cheaper economy. Acting like an ATM attracts exactly the kind of people my channel warns you about, and so much more that I can't even speak about it on this platform. Guys, if you're living in Thailand full time, don't show off about money. It can get you into lots of troubles. But the most obvious trouble that you'll get yourself into is a woman, a veteran of the game, who's beautiful, sexy, and appealing to the male species, will spin you in her web and she will eat you like a black widow spider. Guys, it's very dangerous. Be humble, leave your ego at home, and don't show off in Thailand. Guys, hopefully you can help me out. For any veterans, any guys that have been living there a long time, please put it down in the comments, because there's things that I can't say on this channel, and hopefully they will heed your warnings. Right, number 8. Build a routine or you'll drift into chaos. Thailand can turn your life into one long weekend if you let it. Great for 2 weeks, not so great after 2 years when you've got no structure, no goals, and your sleep schedule belongs to a nightclub. Guys, in Thailand, the nightlife can be extremely appealing, and it's great if you're on a 2-week holiday. You can go and stay out every night and get up to all sorts and spend all your money. But when you're living there, you need to have a level head. When you're drinking and you're mixing with the type of women that you're going to meet, it's very dangerous for you guys. You need structure. Like I stated earlier, you need to have hobbies, interest, something that keeps you away from that bar life. You have to have a routine. Try to go out 1 or 2 nights a week. It's not your holiday anymore. You're living there, guys. So don't ruin your life in Thailand, and make sure that you have self-control, or just don't live there, because you'll end up in one of the stories on this channel. Number 9, learn basic Thai. Seriously, not just hello and thank you. You don't need to be fluent, but if after 3 years you still can't order food properly, that's not charming, it's embarrassing. Even basic effort earns respect and massively improves your day-to-day life. Now guys, like I said at the beginning, I've been living there for 9.5 years. I've met guys that have been living there for 20, 30 years that can't even count to 10. They've literally just been at their wife's side, allowed their wife to do everything. If they need to go shopping, the wife takes the lead and does it. If the car breaks down, the wife speaks to the mechanic and sorts it out. If They want a coffee at the coffee shop. Guess what? The wife does it all. And the foreigner just mixes with other foreigners. So he's not learning anything. I mean, you need to understand money. So the first thing really you should learn is not just hello and thank you. It's learning the money, because otherwise you're going to end up spending a lot more than you realize. Now, I personally learned German in school, and I found Thai very similar to German. Now, obviously the language is very different, but in German, if you can count to 20, the rest of it is memory, and it's really simple. And it's the same with Thai. If you can count to 20, then the rest of it is very, very easy. Now, because I learned German, it literally only took me 20 minutes, and this is the truth. Some people might not believe me. 20 minutes to learn numbers in Thai. So make sure you do your best to learn. Make sure that you can go to the market on your own. You can order your own coffee. You can go to the supermarket. You can go to any non-tourist place and be able to get by. You don't need to be fluent, but you need to know the basics at the very least, and it'll really help you out. In terms of dating as well, if a woman knows that you understand some Thai and you're not wet behind the ears, you're not green, she'll give you a lot more respect for it and won't play you like a fiddle like they do with most newbies. Now finally, number 10, have an exit plan. This one normally hits people late. Everyone thinks they're staying forever until they're not. Health issues, money problems, family, burnout. If you had to leave in 30 days, would you be fine or completely up the swanny? And most guys never think about it until it's too late. Now guys, even if you're fit and healthy your whole life, get insurance if you can. If you do have certain illnesses, then yeah, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more for your insurance. And to be honest with you, the amount of people that I've met that have been living in Thailand long term, because they've got certain illnesses, they've not taken out insurance, but they do have savings because they understand that that day is probably going to come, especially when they're in retirement age. Also, if you have a house or an apartment in your own home country, don't sell it and give it away in Thailand to some woman. Rent it out, generate money from it, and if things go sideways, you can go back to your house. Guys, you've always got to have an exit plan because you never know what's going to happen. When you go on holiday to Thailand, compared to actually living there, it's like two totally different worlds. A lot of guys believe that they know Thailand very well because they've been on holiday 2 or 3 times a year. But unless you've spent every single day there and mixed with Thai people from all different walks of life and lived there properly, you know, as a local, then you're not going to learn anything if you don't do that. So guys, when you live in Thailand, you're going to learn so much more, and maybe you won't like it. For me, once I learned about that it's more of a financial relationship. If you get involved with women over there, it's very difficult to get into a normal, healthy relationship because everything does revolve around money. Not just in Thailand, but it seems to be as a whole within Southeast Asia. And I'm not really into getting involved in some BS relationship that's not based on real feelings or a mutual attraction, where it's just based on the guy giving money, the woman showing off, having an ego and cheating on you, maybe, yeah, and just using you as a walking ATM. Some guys are happy with that, but I wasn't. And I know there's a lot of guys that don't want to be treated like that also. So beware. Now, as you'll probably agree, there's a lot of things that I've not covered. I just literally listed 10 that I thought were well worth hearing there's a lot of guys that want to leave their own home countries and move to Thailand or retire in Thailand, and all they know about the country is how much they had fun there when they went on holiday. Or a lot of guys have not even been there before, but they've been watching YouTube, they've seen things online and think, hey, I want to live that life. But remember, online, let's give you an example, guys. On YouTube, YouTube pushes content that's positive and helpful for the public. They don't push content like mine, guys. They just don't do it. A lot of guys on this platform can pay for subscribers, fake subscribers. They can pay for fake views. They can pay for fake likes in order to get other people interested in their channel. Because when someone watches a video and sees that it's generated a lot of likes, it's getting a lot of comments and there's a lot of subscribers, they feel more inclined to go, oh, it must be good. This guy must be worth listening to, or this woman must be worth listening to, and they subscribe. And a lot of guys build the platforms up in this way, which, yeah, is not for me, but I get it. For a lot of YouTubers, it's a money-making enterprise and it's a business. It's all about making money. So a lot of these guys that you see online will just spoon feed you what you want to hear. So remember that. You don't know until you go out and you experience it for yourself. As for me, for example, when I was going to come back to the UK, I did research online. Everyone's being negative. Everyone's talking bad about how bad England is. And since I come back, no, it's not that bad. But the cost of living is. Yeah, I agree with that. I knew that that would be factual because I have family and friends that I've still spoken to over the years, and they've explained to me how expensive everything has got. But until you go to that place and see it and feel it for yourself, you don't know. So go to Thailand, move around, learn it, hopefully you'll love it, and then you can live it. Apart from that, guys, if you've got anything else to add, put it down below, because there's a lot of things that I wouldn't have said and you might have some good tips yourselves, so let everybody know. Apart from that, guys, look after yourselves and ciao for now. Bye bye.